In this session, we are going to see prose. The topic of the prose is How I Taught My Grandmother to Read, written by Sudhamurthy. First of all, I would like to tell something about the author Sudhamurthy. He was born in 1950. She is an Indian author and educator, and she writes in both Kannada and English. Some of her well-known works are The Serpent's Revenge, The Day I Stopped Drinking Milk, and Grandma Bag of Stories. Most of her stories about real life incidents she came across. Some stories make your eye wet, some stories make you smile, but every story will definitely touch your soul. Her stories uphold positive human values like simple living and charity, and she was the only female student in the class of 600 students. She topped in her class during her graduation and she received gold medal from the chief minister, and she received many awards like Padma Shri. She is an engineering teacher and social worker, and she is also the chairperson of Infosys Foundation. She is married to the co-founder of Infosys, N.R. Narayanamurthy. Through this lesson, the author, Sudhamurthy, recalls her childhood days memories as a narrator. Through this lesson, the narrator shared her beautiful relationship with her grandmother, with she was a girl of about 12. She used to stay in a village in North Karnataka with her grandparents. In those days, transport system was not very good, so they are used to get morning paper only in the afternoon. All of them would wait eagerly for the bus, which used to come with papers, weekly magazines, and the post. Her grandmother Kristaka, Sudhamurthy grandma name is Kristaka. She never went to school, so she couldn't read. And that time, Triveni was a very popular writer in the Kannada language. One of her novels is called Kasiyatra, was appearing as a serial in the Kannada weekly Karmavira at the time. Her grandmother Kristaka never went to school, so she couldn't read, but she loves reading. So she was every Wednesday Karmavira would come, and Sudhamurthy would read the next episode of Kasiyatra to her grandmother. During that time, her grandmother would forget all her work and listen the story with greatest concentration. Whenever the grandma met her friends, she only talked about Kasiyatra. He loved that story very much. She would join her friends at the temple courtyard where the children would also gather to play hide and seek. She would discuss the latest episode with her friends. Once she went for a wedding with her cousin to the neighboring village. They enjoyed themselves thoroughly. They would eat and play endlessly, showering, enjoying the freedom because all the elders were busy. After returning from the marriage, he would notice he could notice her grandma was in tears. She was surprised because she had never seen she cry even in the most difficult of the situations. In those times, they were sleeping in the terrace. After that, the grandma came there and told her stories to her granddaughter. Uh, when she was a young girl, she lost her mother, and there was no one to take care of them. So nobody to look after and guide them. So she couldn't go to school, and those days people never considered education essential for girls. So she never went to school. And then he got married and he got grandchildren and everything. So she always felt so happy to cooking and feeding all of them. But he used to regret not going to school. So he made sure that his children and grandchildren studied well. So the author couldn't understand why this grandma tell her story in that night time, but he knew he loved her grandma very much. So the narrator was also getting worried about the grandma's sadness, so she was ready to help her grandmother. So she inquired about that. The grandma continued. When they were away, the granddaughter went away. After that, the Karmavira came. As usual, Karmavira means the storybook. came as usual. She opened the magazine but she couldn't read because she never went to school. So she rubbed the pages on. He rubbed her hands on over the pages, wishing they could understand what that was written. But she knew that it was not possible. So she was getting very worried, and she could have asked somebody in that village, but it was very embraced to her. So she felt very independent. After that, after that she got a decision. Grandma was decided to learn Kannada alphabet. After hearing that, granddaughter was laughing, and I have Ava continued. I have decided to learn Kannada alphabet from tomorrow onwards. She would be ready to do anything for that. She wanted to be independent. But the granddaughter was shocked. She was getting shocked, and she was getting surprised. And she asked her grandmother, "How it possible, grandma? Your hair was getting gray, and your hands were wrinkled. You are wearing spectacles, and you have a lot of work in the kitchen also. How it possible?" she asked. And but the grandma was smiled, and she was replied like that: "For a good cause, if you are determined, you can overcome any obstacle." And she will after that she worked hard, and she learnt everything in within a week. The next day onwards, they started tuition, and the Ava was a wonderful student. The amount of homework she did was amazing. She would read, repeat, write, and recite. Everything is very perfect. So she learnt very quickly. Uh, Dasara festival came as usual. Her grandmother called her to the place of worship, and made her granddaughter sit on the stool, and she gave a gift to her granddaughter. It was a wonderful, beautiful frog. Then she did something unusual. She bent down and touched her granddaughter's feet, and she was and had Sudhamuti, that granddaughter, was also surprised and taken aback, and she told her grandma, "No, don't touch my feet. The elders never touch the youngsters' feet." And but the grandma replied, the Awa replied that she was not touching her granddaughter's feet, she only touching her teacher's feet. It was her duty to respect her teacher, who taught her so well and with so much affection, and she could read any novel then. So it was her duty to respect her teacher, and she was tell, "It is my duty to respect a teacher. It is not yet written in our scriptures that a teacher should be respected irrespective of age." After that, the author, the narrator, the granddaughter also gave a gift to her grandma. It was a book. That is Kasi Yatra. After seeing that grandma was very happy. She was flying because of her good character. He is now She is a awardee, and she is an iconic woman. She is a role model for every woman, and she is an eminent writer and social worker and awardee. More than that, she is a wonderful human being.